Money on my mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray and Aaron. We are back at it again for another monthly episode. This is the start off for an amazing week for you guys because you'll get to see me pretty much the first 6 days because we're expanding it out. So Debt Crusher will be a premiere on Saturday this week. Moving forward, we're going to go ahead and drop those on Saturdays for the first week of the month. So you get to see me 6 days. It's almost 7 days of Reckless Raid and Arrow first thing in the morning. The Debt Crusher episode will be later in the day because for those of you that are like me, you sleep in a little bit on Saturday. So I'm probably going to premiere that one at like 10. But the monthly finances are in for the month of May. We went ahead and put in the work, tallied the numbers, got them together. Rain, sleet, hell, or snow, good or bad, we're going to sit here. We're going to talk about it. Fortunately, I was pretty much brimming excited, just ready to record this for the month of May because even though the market was down, things didn't go the way that we wanted. The market was then up and going the way that we wanted. I was excited the entire month. Like, regardless of where we ended up sitting, I was like, the month of May was the start of a big pivot for me. We're really dialed in on getting that income portfolio where we need it to be position-wise. We're almost at I keep upping the target for my primary position, our income portfolio, which we'll have to tap in tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for the portfolio update. But I've just been very, 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 very much locked in. So we're putting some stuff on hold. We're actually making some counterintuitive moves that people will probably be like, oh, well, like, why wouldn't you just do X, Y, Z? And it's like, because I'm doing this because it's going to be more efficient for where I'm trying to get. Which basically everything revolves around not having to go to work as soon as possible. And it's not that I don't want to go to work. It's that I'd like to not have to go to work, if you know what I'm saying. Like, there's like a area in there where it's like you're showing up because you have to, and you have to tolerate things that you wouldn't normally tolerate. Because you'd be like, you know what, you can take this job, I'll tell you where you can shove it, I'll quit and go get something that pays less or whatever, or just go do anything else. And not being in that space for me is bothersome because I've had a taste of it, and it's one of those things that I tell people. Don't get a taste of something that's better than what you got because, like, you're never going to forget. And so having had that experience back during COVID, we're in a astounding bull run for Bitcoin. I was making so much money in DeFi, and I really didn't have to go to work. And you walk with your chest out, you walk a little bit, but like, I knew it wasn't sustainable, so I couldn't quit. But I got to taste it. It was like, hey, like, going to work actually wasn't so bad because every morning you're like, I chose this life. Like, I'm choosing to go do this. And then not being there, I've been looking for getting back there. And even though I know that with my crypto portfolio in and of itself, I'll be able to retire ahead of where most people will be able to retire because I'm on the right side of the wealth transfer. I'm where the ball is going. I've been there. I was there before Michael Saylor. I was there before a lot of people. People had literally 4 years of time to be in the space before I got there. So I know I got the winning lottery ticket, but you're just waiting for him to call the number. But the sheer amount of insanity that it throws you into, knowing it just makes everything just a little bit more intolerable, in my opinion. So what we're doing is we're trying to go ahead and speed that along. Like I said, I'll be in a position where I can retire before I'm a millionaire. And it's one of those things where that's the reason I have this channel set up, because I know a lot of people work hard. I work hard. I put in 60 to 100 hours a week between the show, side hustle stuff, and, going to my regular job, which are at minimum 10-hour days. it's not easy. And adding to the top of that, not having anything to show for it and not having any forward motion financially, like you're working 60 to 100 hours and you're still living hand to mouth, like there's a problem there. Like there's something has gone horribly wrong. And we now live in a society where that is actually something that could happen. You could be working 60 to 100 hours just to keep a roof over your head with the way rent goes. Like, but people will sit here and tell you that, oh, well, owning a home isn't that important. Well, it kind of is if you're working 60 to 100 hours to be able to sustain some semblance of a minuscule lifestyle and keep that roof over your head because they keep jacking the rent up. That's a sucky place to be in. I'd rather own a home. None of you are in a position where you're moving every 3 months all over the place unless you're in the military. Nobody's getting an opportunity. And like, if you're in the military, they pay you for that. Like the realities of what people believe from these gurus online and the realities of what's actually going on are one of the reasons that this channel exists, because somebody needs to tell the truth and give like an honest documentation of the climb. Because everyone is already rich. Everyone already has these portfolios, which, to be honest, I personally believe a lot of them are prop accounts because no one shows any receipts. No one shows their actual brokerages, and the brokerages don't show anything anymore because they want to be promoted. So when you pull up, it's just numbers and 3 digits. Like, I don't understand why people can't show receipts, but they show you Snowball Analytics, which I also use Snowball Analytics. But every time you see me use Snowball Analytics, what do you get first? The brokerage account. You get the receipts first because somebody's got to tell you the truth. And, it's just one of those things where it kind of grinds my gears a little bit that those channels have wide reach. And I have some thoughts about that, but like, we're building organic over here. I'm not buying followers. I don't even know what you do to get some of these channels with the information that they're giving. Like they're actually talking as though they know things, and like they're new to crypto. They don't understand the underlyings of like why some of these products, specifically when you're talking about the stuff tied to MicroStrategy, is even moving. It's just a little bit interesting to me. I'm just going to put it that way. But one of the, that's the reason I do it, because there needs to be multiple angles and multiple conversations, because I don't really find it super motivating when some dude who's got $1 bazillion is like, oh yeah, I just decided to casually throw $100,000 into Misty. It's like, I don't have 100,000. Well, I do have $100,000 I could put over there, but it's going to matter to me, and it's going to come from somewhere else. Like, that money has to come from somewhere. It's not like I just had $100,000 just sitting around. Like, that must be awesome. So we're documenting the journey of a brokey who's less educated than most of you and worth more than most of you, to figure out what I'm doing different that you're not doing. Because technically I'm dumb and supposed to be broke because I don't make over 6 figures a year. So there's gotta be something going on because there's no cheating. There's no easy street. Like, and you've got your college degree and all that debt, and your net worth is less than mine. So you're like, you might be getting more income, but you're living hand to mouth, and for some reason you can't find money to invest, and like, you're saving maybe 10%, the minimum of what they tell you, because that's what your advisor told you, and all your money's in your 401k and a Roth IRA and your house, all things that basically penalize you or make you move to be able to get that money. So you're rich, but you can't stop working like that. Like, I just never understood what the point of that would be. Like, well, that doesn't even sound like a flex to me when somebody's like, yeah, I'm a multi-millionaire and all their money's in their house, their 401k, and a freaking Roth. Like, so you can't stop working? Like, that sucks. So you show up to work, they make you mad. You can't even quit. Like, you can't even leave. So nah, dude, like, you have to have that job because your lifestyle, you're spending every other dollar you got. Like, so you can't leave. You a millionaire, you can't leave the job if you want to. If they make you mad, you can't even be like, yo, I ain't even gonna be here, I'm out. Like, I'll go find something else to do, because you can't go find something else to do because you need that price range, because that's your lifestyle. And you don't have unfettered access to your $1 million Because it's everywhere that you go, you get a 35% ding here. You got to pay all extra taxes here. You got to sell your house. Like, I don't know. To me, that just doesn't sound like the play. Now that I'm through with my rant, we're about to get into these numbers. But before that, let me go ahead and give your post-rant reminder. Hit that like button if you haven't, if you didn't catch it on the way in. If you've been here more than twice and you're getting value out of what we're doing over here, you're rocking with us, go ahead and formally join the Wolfpack and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, when you hit that subscribe, there's a little bell next to it. Hit that bell. Make sure all notifications are on, because outside of the first of the month, you ain't going to hear from me except for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Those are my days. You get premieres Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We talk about bag talk. It's bag talk all the time. Everything relates back to the money. I think that the lack of understanding of finances, how they work, the people who talk to us about money, and the distance between them and where most people actually are in life, are barriers for some people. So I'm making my documentation, obviously, for my family for once I'm at the mountaintop and they want to talk to me then, because I know that they're going to want to talk to me then, and I'm not going to have time to do it, nor am I going to want to, because I am a little bit petty. When I try to put you on game, that's when I wanted to talk to you about it. I do not want to talk to you now. So I made this. And I don't make over six figures. I go to work every day, just like everyone who watches this channel. And I'm not rich yet, but I'm going to be. And so, like, we're documenting the actual journey to wealth, because most people are like, oh, well, if you're not a millionaire, and now you can't even be a millionaire, you got to be a decamillionaire. By the time I get to a decamillionaire, they're probably going to be like, oh, you got to have $100 million, because, like, nobody's going to want to talk to you, because the gatekeepers are always gatekeeping, because they're always selling you something. So they don't want you to listen to people that are just going to tell you the truth like it is. I don't necessarily know that people even need to watch this channel. That's how truth-telling I am. This channel's not monetized. This is just something else that I'm doing to take up time. It's productive time, though, because maybe one day the channel will get 500 subscribers and we'll get monetized. We'll do some live streams, all that fun stuff. But I don't make any money from this, like, at all. At all. No money. But I think it's important, and it also helps me polish my strategy, because I have to talk about it. It also gives me something to talk to myself into a camera about, because obviously I have a mental problem. I'm in a room talking to a camera, pretending like I'm talking to people, but then eventually I am talking to people. So it is what it is. So also, lastly, for my Wolfpack members, don't forget to share the video. I got to get further out into this algorithm, because somebody has to counteract the pure malarkey going on in the YouTube financial space. So, like, let's give the regular people a shot to talk. Okay. Let's get to these numbers. So first and foremost, for those also one more reminder, for those of you who are looking at getting into and understanding your finances better, take notes of the overarching topics, because these are the metrics that I've tracked every month for years now. I started actually keeping it on a spreadsheet. I think I moved to that like 4 years ago. But what's tracked improves. So I'm in good shape because I track my weight. Not necessarily my weight. I do track my weight, but it's because I have problems putting on weight. So, like, me getting up to over 200 pounds is kind of a big deal for me. So I do look at that number, because I don't want to be less than 200 pounds. But I track my body fat percentage. Like, that's kind of how I gauge where my health is. So my scale that I've got tracks my body fat percentage, and therefore I am also looking at my weight. And my body fat percentage, musculature has all improved since I started doing that. I track my finances every month. Guess what? Finances have consistently been going on the up and up. Now that we're getting into the point to where we're getting at the start of some large numbers. The law of large numbers is taking over. So, like, it's moving in the right direction every month. What's measured is improved upon. That's one of the things that I've learned in my working career that has stuck with me to this day. What is measured improves. So whatever that is in your life, you should probably start applying it to everything in your life, to be honest, depending on, especially if you're in shambles. Like, you got to start somewhere, and you know what? When I first started tracking my net worth, it was worth -$. I was worth less than a homeless person. Didn't feel good. Guess what? Changed it. So we're going to go ahead and start jumping in. We're starting off with the net worth, which improved $14,459.31 over the month of May. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves a pat on the back for that. Like, I feel good about it. We're back over $250,000 in net worth, which was my goal for last year. Our goal for this year is to get to 350 stable. And when I say stable, I am not very diversified. I don't believe in diversification if you're trying to get rich. Diversification is a wealth protection tactic. I don't have wealth to protect yet. So we are not diversified. We are laser focused. We are Bitcoin focused. Now, within the Bitcoin ethosphere, sure, we're using multiple different tools and we're diversified within Bitcoin and crypto. Fair, whatever. But everything, all roads lead to Rome for me right now. It's all Bitcoin based. Bitcoin, the appreciation of Bitcoin is my hurdle rate. So we're looking at 20 to 30%. If I can't do that, I'll just buy Bitcoin. Or it has to produce outstanding income opportunity. Like, I'm not trying to buy Coca-Cola and get 1% a quarter and have to wait a quarter. We need money now. It's my money and I want it now. AG Wentworth. I want my money. So we have high yield dividends. That's the tool that I've chosen. And I understand, oh, well, it could go to zero. The income is unstable. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. I mean, you can make those adjustments. These are math equations. You just got to adjust your targets. But also, the high yield income isn't the only thing that I have. Like, I also have the portfolio. So as long as Bitcoin doesn't go to zero, I'm going to be all right. And as it sits right now, the past 15 years, that's never been a question in my mind of it going to zero, aside from people on YouTube saying that it's going to go to zero or that it's not good or that they don't like it. All the while, they're not outperforming it. It's just a fact. Math don't lie. So our net worth, we had a pretty good improvement. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing some more of that. And as it's fluctuating, obviously we're buying during the down months. We get to buy at a discount. It's awesome. Like, every month, it's not a straight line up. I've been doing this for a while. I've been involved in Bitcoin since 2013. Like, I've seen numbers go up. I've seen numbers go down. You just buy. Just keep buying. Just keep buying. Like, do what Michael Saylor does. Just keep buying. Like, okay, you're getting a discount. Like, maybe you buy a little bit more while it's down. Great. Moving on, the next thing we have is the savings percent. Now, this I stole from the FIRE movement. While I don't agree with just sitting around and doing nothing, I think that probably leads to you expiring from this earthly plane faster, because we were not built to just lay around. All those people actually got eaten by animals, historically speaking. So most of your DNA is expecting you to be doing something pretty regularly, because that's how we've existed. But I do like the freedom that comes with the ability of being able to choose what it is that you want to do, and also be able to walk away from environments that are not amicable to you. I'm not going to be one of those airy-fairy people talking about toxicity. Like, there's going to be some stress no matter what job you do. Even if you love it, there are bad days. But if you're going into a place that's abusive or blatantly taking advantage of your labor and not allowing you to experience any of the greatness that the person who owns the place is experiencing, you should be able to just leave. You should be able to just come in and be like, yo, I'm not going to do this. I'm out. Like, me personally, I like having that ability. I can go do something else. Like, I go move boxes at UPS, or FedEx, which is an awesome job. I really enjoyed moving those boxes. Like, it's a good job for me. It's active. It's basically Tetris, and you get paid. Like, those were like, that time that I spent working there, I really enjoyed that job. It just didn't pay enough, and I thought I was moving, so I didn't attempt to move up within the company. But, being able to take that pay cut, because like at a certain point, I'm just going to need walking around money. Like that, and that's just what it's going to be. And then it's like, okay, so like, obviously I need to do something, but like, I could just go to FedEx and go to the gym and then just train and just do that. Like, it doesn't have to be a scenario, or I can go find something that I'm actually interested in and be able to take the hit of getting into whatever XYZ industry is and retool myself. Like, you have those abilities to make those changes because you're making more money than what you're getting paid anyways. And the money that you're getting paid is the extra money. I want to live in a world where Reckless Ray De Niro's W-2 job is the side hustle, and my business is this portfolio. My business, my profession is capital allocation, and whatever else I decide to build around that. Because, like, I might build a company where I can just go to work and work at my company. Like, we do that too. But I like to have those options. So the savings percentage for this month, this is going to sound ridiculous. I mean, the fire people love it, was 84%. Yeah. Yeah. We had a big month this month. It was great. It was great. So 84% of the total saved. And so moving on is the next metrics that I check is total saved, just because I like to see what that 84% actually was. It just makes me feel good. And so for this month, it was $7,666. Pretty awesome. Almost touching a $10,000 month, which I was pretty convinced that we weren't going to see until August. I thought August was going to be the breakout month, but now I'm looking at June. Maybe June. It depends. We're going to see what that Misty payout looks like. And it'll be, I think we might actually touch 10,000 before August, which would be cool because that means August is going to be well over 10,000. And that's when we come out of turtle mode and just really start spearheading this debt. And I am excited and here for that. So total saved, where are we at? So that was total saved. Our income for this month was up $3,666, which is wild to me. But high yield income is something that I track because being in this high yield space, it is an income driven. It's an income driven strategy. Like, the whole premise of this is income. And the whole reason that I really gravitated and latched onto it the way that I did was it is now becoming a side. Well, it was a side hustle business line, but we've eclipsed what the take home is. So this is the first month that I've actually eclipsed with this portfolio that we've had since August. We started messing around with it in August. And now, less than a year later, August of 2024 was when we started really kind of dialing in. Well, it was April. It was April because it was when I jumped off the porch on this in April when I had to have my surgery and I was down for a month. So April of 2024 was when we started. So we have been here for a little bit over a year, which is crazy to think about. But like, we finally are getting to the point now, a year and 1 month later, this portfolio has grown to the point to where now it's kicking off more than what your take home is, which is awesome because our exit goal is 2.5, 3x take home. And that's really freaking cool because if we looked at last month, we were down a little bit. Last month's dividends were $1,628. That was last month's dividend for us, for our total. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, mind you, we've also started another portfolio. So we have our weekly portfolio, the Robinhood portfolio. So we're factoring in those dividends now. But we've got a lot of things going strategically. And, you know, when you start walking into work a little bit different when you're actually making more than what they're paying you. Like, that's pretty awesome. The next thing that we track, which I think this might be falling off starting next year, is our DeFi income. And that's because high yield is less risky. And I understand people are like, high yield is so risky, you're gonna lose all your money. And people tell me, people have been telling me I was gonna lose all my money since 2013. They've been wrong since 2013. There are certain things that I have lost money on. Obviously, no straight lines up, but Bitcoin and the overarching, the net worth is going up year over year. Most months we're moving in a forward direction. I track my stuff, so like it's a different conversation than somebody who's armchair quarterbacking an opinion that they heard from somebody on YouTube who doesn't care whether they succeed or not. Like, this is my money, this is my livelihood, this is everything that I have. So it matters to me, which is why we track stuff. And I'm just like, okay, so you got 15 years of hoping that I fail, and I haven't yet. So at a certain point, you got to start reevaluating your positions, because are you is your portfolio performing, or is your stuff performing? I don't know, but I know mine is. So I'm going to keep doing what works. Our DeFi income for the month of May was $904, which is cool. We've been kind of tapering out of that. We've got our positions for the bull run. We're kind of locked into that. I do like having some staking on that, but our DeFi income, we're waiting like basically the whole month or a month or two and just doing it kind of like a bi-monthly deal, or as positions get to around $100. But even then, we're kind of spitting that out and it's going into our income portfolio, mainly because we're making more income and I can just buy those positions back. Obviously, we're still looking for stuff that does have staking so that there can be some income while we're waiting. But more often than not, it's either getting reinvested back into the exact same position, or it's getting cashed out and sent over to our income portfolio to kind of bolster the ranks over there. And then towards the end of this year, when we break those portfolios down into their core parts, which will be Bitcoin and Ethereum, we'll see what that ends up looking like as well. Like, it's pretty interesting. I am the way that things move and being able to make those pivots, because the DeFi space, that was where I went for income regularly. And like now it's like there's a couple of positions that I really like, and those could stay on the table, and maybe we just do larger positions of that. But like spreading it out and doing the shotgun pellets and trying to do it VC style, I don't have VC money right now. Maybe after we get to kicking off around 10 grand a month consistently, I'll have some income to be able to do that. But I mean, at that point also, I would probably at this juncture would rather just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then just have liquid staked Ethereum and, move a little bit of that around when needed. But that's a solid number, $904. Like that's a good amount. And then last but not least, our credit. I track my credit every month, and I don't track it for the same reason some of you do. Everybody likes to be like, oh, I got 800 credit. I've had 820 credit, and I wasn't doing anything with it, so it was just a number. Like, it's great to know that you're a good consumer. At present, it is 714, and that is up 4 points from the month previous, where it was 710. As we're paying this credit down, previous month was 710. The month before that was 701. As we pay this credit down, we are going to see the number go back up. Now, as it goes back up, it's probably going to peak out around 800 or something. And then we're going to be redeploying, and it's going back down again. It's going to be great. What are we redeploying credit for? To buy more assets. It's going to put a big chunk of money right back into my income portfolio. And then the income portfolio is going to bolster my Bitcoin holdings, is going to bolster my long-term holdings, because we're manually at this point moving that money around. And yeah, I'm pretty solid on that. You'll see Debt Crusher on Saturday, where we do the update on that. We're gonna have a conversation about that, because we're definitely in turtle mode. We're trying to spend as little as possible, with the exception of the things that we need. Absolutely. The next big thing that I've got coming up is going to be 4th of July. Outside of that, probably the next 8 weeks, I'm going to be chilling. because I don't want to spend money. Like, we're trying to get everything that we can to get to our next target for Misty, so that we can get that income coming in, so that we can buy some other stuff. Which is kind of weird, just buying one thing over and over again, but I've been buying Bitcoin since 2013, so it's not that weird for me. That's what we've got for the May monthly financials. I hope you guys got a little bit of insight into how I'm looking at things, how we're doing things over here, and, you know, hopefully getting a little bit better understanding of the ideology of the Wolfpack over here. We're trying to win. That's going to be it for today. Make sure, your last reminder on the way out, if you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead and give me that like. Hit that subscribe if you've been here more than 2 times. Welcome to the Wolfpack. Tap in with me down in the comments. Am I completely insane? Am I crazy? What are you guys tracking? Do you guys have a monthly regimen of actually doing a financial breakdown for yourselves? If not, why? If so, are your metrics that you're tracking the same as mine? What are some different metrics that you're tracking? Also, I can't wait to hear from you guys down in the comments. We're going to have the conversation. For my Wolfpack members that are consistently showing up for me in the comments, I appreciate you guys, and I will be talking to you soon. Till next month, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero. We are out. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play, man, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.